They called him stupid, not once, not twice, but so many times that the word began to echo inside his head like a curse. Every mistake he made became proof. Every time he didn't understand something fast enough, every time he asked the wrong question, every time he froze in fear, the world smirked and whispered, "See, he's stupid." They thought they had figured him out. They thought the label they slapped on him was permanent. But what they didn't know was that labels are only chains if you choose to wear them. And this boy was destined to break them. At first, he believed them. He sat in the back of classrooms, ashamed, small, convinced that maybe they were right. He failed tests. He forgot answers. He felt the sting of laughter when he stood up to speak and his words stumbled out like broken glass. "Stupid," they said, and he nodded silently. Because what else could he do? What power does a boy have when the world has already made up its mind about him? But in the quiet hours, when no one was watching, something strange happened. A spark. A whisper inside him that said, "What if they're wrong? What if I'm not stupid? What if I'm just different?" That whisper was dangerous because it gave him curiosity, and curiosity, when fed, becomes hunger. He started to explore things outside of school, things no one else cared about. While others memorized the same answers for the same tests, he experimented, he tinkered, he asked impossible questions. They saw a boy who failed exams. He saw a boy building worlds in his imagination. They saw a fool. He saw an explorer. And explorers don't need permission to dream. But dreams are heavy to carry alone. He felt the weight of isolation. He felt the burn of rejection. And every night before he fell asleep, he faced a choice: surrender to the labels that caged him, or fight to prove that he was more than the world believed. Most nights, he cried himself into silence. But some nights, he clenched his fists and whispered, "One day, they'll see." Life tested him. He failed over and over. He was rejected, fired, mocked, forgotten. But every failure became a teacher. Every rejection carved out strength. Every insult was sandpaper, scraping away weakness until only resilience remained. And here's the truth: the boy they called stupid didn't become a genius overnight. Genius wasn't a gift wrapped in ribbons waiting to be opened. Genius was sweat. Genius was tears. Genius was the decision to keep going when every reason told him to stop. You see, the world loves to underestimate people. It loves to tell you what you can't do, who you can't become, how far you'll never go. But the world's opinion is not destiny, it's just noise. And the boy realized this. He began to understand that the greatest power you can have is to believe in yourself when no one else does. That belief turned him into something unstoppable. Imagine him now. The boy everyone mocked is in his room late at night while the city sleeps. His lamp glows dimly and the air smells of coffee and ink. Papers are scattered across the floor, experiments half finished, notebooks filled with messy scribbles. And in that chaos, a miracle is forming. An idea. A breakthrough. Something so extraordinary that one day it will shake the world awake. But no one sees it yet. They're too busy laughing, too busy doubting, too busy calling him stupid. And that's fine. Let them laugh. Because soon, they will see. And they did. Years later, the same people who doubted him would read his books, use his inventions, learn from his discoveries, quote his words. The same mouths that called him stupid would call him genius. The same voices that tried to bury him would tell his story as a legend. He had transformed the very word that once chained him into a crown. But here's the part you need to hear. This is not just his story. This is yours too, because every single one of us has been called something. Too slow, too weak, too average, too late. And every single one of us has the choice: do we wear those words like shackles, or do we turn them into fuel? The boy they called stupid became a genius because he decided to use their doubt as firewood. You can do the same. Look around you. Look at your life. How many times have you been underestimated? How many times have you been laughed at? How many times have you wanted to quit because you thought you weren't enough? Don't you see? That's your story. That's your power. The pressure, the doubt, the rejection, that's not proof that you're weak. That's proof that you're being tested for greatness. Diamonds are not made in comfort. Genius is not born in applause. It is forged in the fire of failure, in the silence of nights when no one believes in you. Maybe right now you feel small. Maybe you feel invisible. Maybe you feel like you're behind in life, that everyone else is smarter, faster, better. But I want you to hear me clearly. You are not behind. You are not less. You are not stupid. You are in the middle of your becoming. And one day, the same people who overlook you now will wonder how you did it. The boy they called stupid became a genius because he refused to quit. And if you refuse to quit, if you hold on one more day, one more hour, one more breath, your story will unfold the same way. Your failures will become your lessons. Your scars will become your strength. Your pain will become your power. And one day you'll look back and realize that the insults, the doubts, the laughter, they were not the end of your story. They were the beginning. So don't stop. Don't give up. Don't let their words kill your fire. Remember, the boy they called stupid became a genius, and so will you.